counselor means to me paying it forward. I received such amazing support when I was a breastfeeding mom from WIC, and it made the difference between me breastfeeding my son and not breastfeeding at all. I look forward to helping moms making the same transition. My favorite memories of being a peer counselor is receiving a call about 2 a.m. and a mom being just overwhelmed from having her first baby and crying, not just about breastfeeding, just of the whole aspect of being a new mom. And after talking to her for over 2 hours, we were laughing on the other end. The next morning she called me and said that made a world of difference to her. And I know it did because that same service was provided for me just a few years earlier. I look forward to being a personal cheerleader for all of those moms at WIC that doesn't have the support that they need to really reach their breastfeeding goal. My goal is to make sure that you reach yours, whatever that may be, because we all have a different lifestyle and our goals may not be the same. And my job is to make sure that you feel good about where you are and you reach that goal.
What I loved most about breastfeeding was not only its nutritional benefits to my baby, but also its convenience. One of the hardest things was feeding my son in the middle of the night. With breastfeeding, whenever he cries in the middle of the night, I could just grab him and feed. Most of the time, he will go to sleep right away, which was good for everybody in the family. And as an added benefit, breastfeeding helped lose weight without much additional exercise based on my experience. I still strongly believe that breastfeeding was one of the best things I've ever done to my children.
As a peer counselor supervisor and also a mom, I understand the significance and impact that the peer counselor program has on our clients. It starts with support, encouragement, and empowerment. Oftentimes, the clients are new moms and have no support or knowledge of breastfeeding. A peer counselor can help offer evidence-based education to help guide the mom to a goal on how to feed her baby and furthermore offer continuity of care through her pregnancy and the postpartum period. The peer counselors are peers for a reason. Who better can empathize with you than someone who has walked in similar shoes? They're trained professionals with a passion to help women just like them to succeed at something as delicate and as fragile as breastfeeding. In many cases, the peers don't just offer education on breastfeeding, they also offer a listening ear. One of the keys of support is to listen. On several occasions, I've had clients ask me about a particular peer counselor that they've had and say, if it wasn't for my peer counselor, I wouldn't have made it to my breastfeeding goal. I would have just given up. This warms my heart and furthermore solidifies why the peer counselor program works. Seeing mother-to-mother support on a daily basis is why I absolutely love my job. I even actually relied on the peer counselors and their support to help me whenever I gave birth to my daughter about 2.5 years ago. Several of the peers cheered me on and helped ease my mind of the worries that plagued me. I'm so honored to be part of an amazing program, and I encourage you to sign up for your free breastfeeding support that you deserve from your peer counselors.
When I came into the WIC office pregnant at 30 years old with my 4th child, they told me I had to attend a breastfeeding class. At first I was skeptical. I had never breastfed any of my other children, and I had my mindset that I was going to give this baby formula as well. Being raised by a teen mom and a teen mom myself, no one had ever told me about breastfeeding, nor had I ever seen anyone breastfeed. I learned a lot during the first class, and by the second class I was determined to breastfeed. The peer counselors were there for me like a friend. Not only did they educate me and encourage me, but they supported me and were a listening ear when I needed someone to talk to. After I had the baby, I attended a class to show off my baby and my breastfeeding skills. It was then that I knew I wanted to be a peer counselor. And now I'm proud to say that I'm sitting in those same shoes as the women who helped me throughout my breastfeeding journey. As a peer counselor, I want to encourage you to give breastfeeding a shot. Set a goal for yourself and baby. And whatever that goal may be, I am here to help you achieve it. I understand that not all of us women have the support we need or desire. And I want you to know that here in the WIC office, you have a friend that will not only educate you, but will encourage and support you throughout your pregnancy and your breastfeeding experience.
Breastfeeding to me, is the most important thing a mother can do for a child. Breastfeeding is the best thing, the best nutrition a mom can give to their baby. From a father perspective, I knew that breast milk was the best thing for my baby. I knew that my baby would grow big and strong, he would be healthy, and he would grow to one day be a great man that offers breastfeeding to his wife. Also, I know that as I talk to my moms at WIC, I always encourage moms to breastfeed. I always, number one, I tell them that it's not by far the easiest, but it's something that we do, and it's a reward that, you know, no one else can give. The bond that they get with their baby is the best. I always encourage them to always be prepared and to always just enjoy the experience. And I look forward to having so many moms, encourage them to grow and to you know, just be ready for the experience of breastfeeding.
What does peer counseling mean to me? It means support, encouragement, being there for moms. Breastfeeding is a special time for moms and babies that sometimes we can miss out on when we don't get the help right away. I love working with moms and babies and making breastfeeding special. I'm there to support you when you have a question at 10 p.m. on the weekend. I'm there to make home visits. I'm there to support you and your family to meet your breastfeeding goals, whatever they may be. My breastfeeding journey it has its ups and downs and everything in between. I can honestly say that I love coming to work and making a difference with moms. When a mom tells me how much of a help I've been to her, it makes me feel proud that I have made a small difference in her and her baby's life.
Breastfeeding coordinator, I get to see how hard our peer counselors and nutritionists work with breastfeeding mothers to experience joy in breastfeeding. As a mother of 2 beautiful girls, we had great joy while breastfeeding. It was also very convenient. My hope is that every new mother will experience that great joy.
To me, breastfeeding is one of those things that you know in your heart and your mind is best for your baby, but you don't realize what's actually involved until you have that first baby and give it a try. It's been a super rewarding experience for me and my children, even though it wasn't always easy. And each journey with each child has been different in so many ways, but the one thing that remained consistent was my feeling that I'm doing the best that I can for them by making the decision to stick with it. One of my children was easier than the others, but they all came with challenges that I was willing to work to overcome because it's what I really wanted to do. And now I wouldn't change a minute of it. Being a peer counselor has been more rewarding than I ever could have imagined. Who else can say that they love going into work every day knowing that they could change the path of a mother and baby? If mom's pregnant and on the fence about breastfeeding, something I say could very well put her in a mindset of doing something she never thought she would or could. Something I say could pique her interest enough that she begins to research all of the breastfeeding benefits and the changes her mind of ever offering formula. Every day is a chance to answer the phone for a mom who has just given birth or gotten home from the hospital and is having feelings of doubt in her ability to breastfeed, when all she really needed was some support and encouragement to keep her going. It's a chance to meet women who are remarkable in their desire to breastfeed, women that refuse to give up. Then they're faced with every breastfeeding challenge in the book and still keep going. I have even thought to myself, well, that's it. That's the spot I would have given in and made a bottle. But they don't. It's so encouraging to me, and I have a profound respect for those strong mothers. Not many people wake up in the morning knowing that they get a chance to change the lives of mothers and babies in some little way every day, but I do, and that's what being a PC means to me.
Breastfeeding to me means empowerment. As a mother of 5, all of my children have been breastfed. The longest was 3 years. It has been empowering to know that I have provided the nutrition that my children needed to thrive. As a peer counselor for the last 5.5 years, it is my passion to ensure that all mothers reach their breastfeeding goals. It will be my pleasure to support, encourage, and educate WIC breastfeeding mothers to ensure their success. At WIC, I'm here to help to assist with breastfeeding through our Warm Line, which is a service that offers on-call lactation support. It is my pleasure to come to the hospital, your home, or do an office visit if breastfeeding issues arise. Please utilize me, your peer counselor for breastfeeding.
Hi, I support breastfeeding. My wife breastfeeds our child, and I believe that breastfeeding is the best form of nutrition for any baby. Listen, when my wife was breastfeeding, it was bonding time for her and the baby, and I just love seeing them two bond together. And as a family, I knew that my son was getting the best nutrition that he could get. So I support breastfeeding. You need to support breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the best nutrition for your baby.